McLean's Complete Care Toothpaste. Sponsor Survivor.
Day 11 on the island, and tensions within Halang continue to rise, having lost 4 out of the last 5 challenges. There's also a clear split between the age groups, with Simon stuck in the middle. Ular, on the other hand, appear to be a cohesive unit, going from strength to strength. The tribes are waking up to their 11th day on the island and are suffering the effects of their worst night so far. Torrential rain and violent storms made sleep an even more elusive commodity than usual.
God almighty. That was the worst 12 hours of mine. 12 hours.
Was it only 12 hours?
Yeah.
Depressing. Were you soaked?
Yeah, absolutely sopping. But it was so cold. I mean, my bones are killing me now.
It started raining about 5 yesterday, and then just threw it down constantly. So we all went to bed soaking wet, and then lay in our little shelter rotting, going mouldy. It was the pit.
The rats were in the tent again, and it's because I'd moved and I'd gone closer to the end of the tent. The rats were running round. I think I had one on my foot, which I threw over, and then had running around and buzzing. Then I had one on my head. I think it was nibbling my ear or my nose or something. That's my bed. I'm not sharing it with anybody. All right.
Get off my foot.
I didn't really intend to catch breakfast. I was just angry, so just kept hitting away until something stopped moving, and then we had a rat. You want to go?
I was trying to keep the fire going without my specs last night in the dark. It was just like, might as well have just jumped in and set fire to myself.
Yeah. I regularly come into contact with hunting, trapping animals, and then be it gutting them, skinning them, and then preparing them to be eaten. And that's a normal part of my daily life at home.
I guess someone's done rat before.
Yeah, I think she's skinned everything, actually.
Nicely filleted.
I don't think Sarah's going to eat any, so if she's not going to eat hers, then I'll...
What does she want any?
That has to be a first.
What?
Blimey.
Sarah refusing something edible.
You're not having
Or
that?
semi-edible.
I've got my reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever eat rat, just because the last time I was here in Borneo, I was in hospital for a week from a suspected rat-oriented disease. Shame there isn't much meat in them.
It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah. It's chicken.
What's it taste like?
Chicken.
Of course.
Actually, it tastes like rat.
Ular have just eaten rat for the first time, but Halang know only too well what it tastes like. So James is busy inspecting the tribe's nets in the hope that today at least there will be a more appetising alternative on the menu.
I ain't got that much balance.
Oh, yes! Heckman! 2 sharks! Two sharks again! Oh!
Did you want to do one then, Adrian? I've only got one.
Sure.
I reckon you should, mate.
You should do it just for an experience, you know.
How often do you get the chance to gut a shark?
No, I definitely couldn't do it. It made me feel real sick. I'm used to some things like that. It's a bile at the back there, isn't it?
There's the liver again.
We're going to keep the livers.
Well, don't know really. What do you think? Doesn't taste that good, but it's full of nutrients, isn't it?
This time, let's fry them all.
Do you think my cooking's improved since I got here?
Definitely. Do you think you're just going to chuck the livers, aren't we?
I
couldn't eat
can't
those
bear
livers.
to eat the liver compared to that shark.
Nor could
I'm not going to eat any shark because I can't stand to actually see it cut up and gutted.
Obviously,
And then try and eat it afterwards.
Listen, can somebody go in the jungle and catch a cheeseburger?
Yeah, that's what I
let's
need.
put the cheeseburger net out.
Can you imagine being stuck here with Andy, James and
Well,
James?
I wouldn't want to be here. I really wouldn't.
It would make it hell again. Like,
Really
feel like the first 2
boring.
days.
You know, you'd just make sure you packed everything on the way to Tribal Castle because you would be going.
I know. Just think, oh, best pack everything up.
Yeah.
Sandals, shoelaces.
I'd take my knife as well. No, I wouldn't.
Leave with no knife. Right.
Yeah, I go, right.
Hide the machete in your bag as well. I'll teach you a lesson.
And the axe.
Yeah.
No,
They come back, they got no axe, no machete. Put the fire out, make sure the last one just before you leave, jump on the fire. Empty the kerosene all around the floor.
It seems pretty obvious to me that Charlotte is the leader of the young faction.
Yeah.
Because without wishing to sound too cruel, I don't think Adrian is bright enough to figure it out on his own.
I don't think he is either.
I think he's very much following Charlotte's lead.
Yeah, he is. He's like the lamb to the slaughter.
I must admit, by the time Esme actually went yesterday, I thought, oh, actually, thank God she's going. I'm sick of her.
I wasn't thinking that, but I know what you're saying.
At least the plan works. Anyway, at least we've weakened their little trio, so we're stronger.
Yeah.
So I'm not being pushed around and shoved out by Andy and Jane, that's for sure.
No, I know.
It's a game, and I don't like to lose. Especially
No,
not,
I don't want to lose.
Especially not to them two.
If we want to put an end to this factional stuff, Charlotte has to be the next target.
Really?
Cut off the head, the rest of the body withers away and dies.
Yes.
While Halang continue to be weakened by internal bickering, tension mounts and nerves now begin to fray within Ular, more than likely as a result of sleep deprivation after last night's storms.
I think it all got a bit sort of heated in there, didn't it, when we were discussing who was able to do the challenges and who wasn't?
With who?
Just with, well, I think it started with Zoe. I think she just got a bit keen to say that she was, you know, up for all the challenges and able to prove herself. But I think she just went a bit, you know, a bit over the top in what she was saying.
Is this because I said that about her upper body strength?
Yeah. I think that's where it started.
Well, I'll go and apologise to her. I certainly didn't mean it like that. I meant just that, you know...
I don't even think it's necessary now.
I think what's happened is we're hungry and we didn't sleep very well last night and it rained on us, and even if I was here with my best mates, I'd be stringing them up by the trees by now, and I'm not here with my best mates, so I've wanted to string them up from the trees for the last 5 days, and it's only today I'm willing to say... Yeah.
I sometimes find Zoe's amateur dramatics get on my wick. They're a bit too drama queen, and I just want to say, oh, just shut up. Zoe, did I offend you at lunch?
When?
When I said about your upper body strength?
Not at all. So yes, we spent the day doing girly things, running back and two, saying, have I offended you? No, no, no. Have you offended me? No, no, no. I didn't mean it when I said your arse looks big in that. Boggle eyes.
You can't truly be yourself. I don't feel 100% relaxed at all.
There's only so much that you can let people walk all over you without you like rearing up and thinking, no, f that, I'm not going to have you do that or speak to me like that.
It was a comment made by Jackie afterwards that really got right up my nose, which related back to a challenge we did on the log, and it was something along the lines of, well, at least I didn't fall off the log. And it was like, where did that come from? Sorry, I didn't think we were keeping logs, keeping tallies, because if we were, list of stupid things you've said and done.
Started to get grate on each other's nerves a little bit now, which makes it a little bit more interesting, because it's quite nice having a whinge about someone rather than going, they're lovely. But yeah, I mean, we have, between us, I think we've all probably had a little whinge about one thing or another. My whinge is about Sarah, because she drives me absolutely mad. Everybody is going without, and everybody's sleeping under a drip and not complaining, or a torrential downpour as it might be, as it was the other night. And everyone's getting on with it, but all you just keep hearing in the background is Sarah complaining. It means so much to me to get a good night's sleep. It means a lot to all of us to get a good night's sleep. Like, just get on with it.
When only 10 survivors are left, the two tribes will merge. From then on, it's everyone for themselves, though old tribal loyalties may continue. On the 40th day, only 2 remain. They will be judged by a jury of 7 former members of the merged tribe. They will decide who will win £1 million. They will decide who deserves the title Ultimate Survivor. Day 11, and for Halang, victory at today's reward challenge is vital for individuals' self-esteem and tribal pride. Welcome to today's reward challenge. Most of the challenges so far have involved stamina, strength and endurance. But brute strength and aggression won't get you very far today. This is all about staying calm, composed and working as a team. The tribe that can do that could well walk away with the reward. The object of the challenge is to get from A to B via all the numbers, but avoiding the obvious pitfalls, i.e. the holes. You get 3 attempts each, there's no time limit, take as long as you like. Quite simply, the tribe that gets the furthest will win the reward. The only limit is that each tribe is allowed 4 players. The rest of you, stand away. Okay, Halang, begin.
Okay, nice and slow, nice and slow. Just have to touch up on Charlotte's side. Only a touch, only a touch. Just a touch up on Charlotte's side. Only a touch, only a touch.
More level your side, Andy, because it's going to come straight for number 3 if it loses it, yeah?
Right, Ula, Halang got to number 2 on their first attempt. This is your first attempt. Begin.
Slowly, that's good. We've got it, that's it. Nice and slow. Okay. That's a bit stuck. Down the right.
It's a lead ball.
Down right.
Yeah.
Good, okay. Now what we're going to do is come along the board.
Yeah. And then jump here.
We're going to try and bounce between 3 and 4, and then quickly back, okay?
Okay.
Wait. 4, unlucky.
Right, second attempt, Halang. 4 to beat.
Gently. That's it, not no faster than that. That's it, just gently up your side, Charlotte, and very gently. Just slightly down on my side, down on your right hand, James. Up your side, Charlotte. Yeah. Not too far, that's
Very good, guys. Excellent thing.
No, don't juggle the ball, don't juggle the ball, don't juggle the ball.
No.
Well done, guys. That was very good.
But let's try and do it gently. Let's try and do it nice and slow.
Slowly.
Nice and gentle. Right. Okay, nice and gentle. Now then, James, you're going to have control here because I can't see that hole. Just level the board, level the board. Nice and gentle.
Roll it back slightly. Shh, you're all talking at once.
You slide past the hole against the wood.
No, just straight upwards.
Whoa. Okay, you talk to us then. You talk to us.
Gently.
Just have a look at that hole and see what the gaps are like.
Yay!
Slowly level the board. Straight into that corner if we can. That's it, safe, it's safe, it's safe, it's safe, it's safe. Very good. Very good. Very good.
Oh! Oh God.
Okay, Ula, your second attempt, 21 to beat.
Away from me, nice and slow, And right. Quite quick away. That's it. That's it. Everybody happy? Is everybody ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, to me very slowly. Okay. Okay, slow. That's it. Unlucky.
Okay, Ula, final attempt, still 21 to beat.
And nice and slow. Go towards Zoe now. Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Now.
Okay.
Down.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Down for Zoe.
Jackie, you're in charge now.
Down.
16-inch tug. Okay. We're back?
Yep, we're back.
Okay. Now, we've got it where we want, yeah? Should we go onto this board here? Roll it slowly down towards 17 and then...
Here.
Yeah? Okay, so it's to me. And ever so slightly towards Jackie. Have we got movement?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it now. Steady.
Whoa. Don't flick it towards me because it'll go down the hole.
Yeah, and 19. Watch 19.
18 and 19 is quite difficult.
Okay, down heavy.
Oh, you done it.
Yeah, you done it.
Where's he gone?
Happy.
Well, Helen, congratulations. It seems your fortunes may have taken a turn for the better. 3 new members of your tribe. Just how long they remain members is up to you, really.
Oh, this is Charlie.
That's Barbie.
Sweet.
Barbecue. We could probably put it on the raft here. They need to be fed. Yeah.
Well, 2 of them did.
Not so.
I have never ever, mate, witnessed that being done before.
Well, you see, the thing is, most people, if they want chicken, they go to the supermarket and they buy a chicken in a plastic bag. And for them, they can pretend that this never happened. But of course it did. It just didn't, it happened out of their eyesight.
So let's spike that chicken.
Oh, yum yum. Oh, bless it. Where's it gone? Where's Beatrice gone?
Oh, I hope you haven't showed her to the others. The others will be petrified otherwise.
And will that rotate on our spit? Beautiful, yeah?
Yeah.
That will rotate.
Hurry up, guys. It's hot.
It's ready!
Chicken's ready! Right. There is the leg portion.
Where's the bowl? Pass the bowl over.
God, we're living like upper-class people.
We could make some soup after.
Oh, we've got to boil the chicken carcass, definitely.
Yeah.
How's it looking?
It's delicious. It's very good.
Lovely.
What do you think, Aid?
Yeah.
Good?
Will that do you then, Aid?
Yeah, that'll do this time, yeah.
If there's no cheeseburgers to be found, will that do you?
Yeah, it certainly will. I don't actually eat that many cheeseburgers, just at weekends, you know.
With food now in abundance, Halang's spirits appear to be lifted, but both tribes are about to experience their second successive uncomfortable night.
McLean's Complete Care Toothpaste. Sponsor Survivor.
It's day 12, another immunity challenge beckons, and it's still raining, as it has been since 10 o'clock the previous evening.
I always get nervous for these challenges. I mean, I'm not really a very nervous person, but I used to be quite nervous a few years ago. So I learned to meditate, which sort of calms you down a bit. But I do think about things a lot, and it's actually very difficult here on the island to and not think about things. I know Adrian's fed up with Jane. He's told me so he's just fed up with it. He's biting his lip the whole time. So I congratulated him on that, because I don't think he's not normally the kind of person who would maintain any self-control. I think actually he shows more self-control at the moment than Jane does.
Adrian, I think, is a total wuss. I've really, it's quite shocked me. He's scared of rats. He's scared of killing anything. He's scared of watching anything being killed. He's lazy about the camp. But I said he sounded like my 7-year-old son this morning. I said, have you actually tried the crab? No, but I don't like it.
No, I said no, and I don't want to. Not no, and I don't like it. Either way, no. Jane, I just dislike. I've disliked from moment one, actually. She's not a nasty person, I just don't like her. She's rude, she doesn't think about what she says, she's not very clever, she comes out with silly comments all the time. Just, when you're stuck with someone 24 hours a day and they're saying things and you're just thinking, oh God. And you've just got nowhere to go. The only time you ever get away is when you go for a water run. That's why I went on 2 yesterday, because I just thought I just got to get away from everyone for a little while. She just drives me up the wall. Complete and utter rude behaviour. If it was anywhere else, so I didn't have to live with her this so long, and I've bitten her head off so many times right now. She's so rude and so stupid. Yesterday she tried to tell me she's got 5 or 6 O-levels. I would be really, really surprised if someone with that low intelligence has managed to do that.
If they're to stand any chance in the immunity challenge, Ula must repair the cracks that have begun to appear in tribal unity.
Last night we found a very mouldy coconut, but it had lots of kind of really nice oily stuff.
Otherwise known as scum.
So I scraped it off and kept it in a little shell, as so. And it feels really nice on the skin. And I'm just asking Eve to put some in my hair, because I think it'd be really good. Natural conditioner. And it actually feels really nice on my skin too.
I get on with Sarah very well. We seem to be on a sort of similar wavelength, if you like. So yeah, I would intend to meet up with Sarah when we get back.
It smells nice.
It smells like coconut scum. But it gives you quite a bit of strength to know you've got someone who's thinking along the same lines as you. A sort of a core of 4 people have developed now, of Sarah, myself, Richard and Jackie, who we're quite confident we will always vote together. You know, we will decide who needs to go.
Halang won yesterday's reward challenge after 4 consecutive defeats, but only after Andy finally took control. They did it slowly and surely. Conversely, today's immunity challenge is all about speed in a hostile environment. Welcome to today's immunity challenge, and welcome to the mangrove swamp. In a sense, we're trespassing on foreign territory here. This belongs to the mangrove snakes, the monitor lizards, and a host of other creatures who don't really want you to be here. They value their privacy. So it's a little bit about courage, and it's quite a lot about speed. You don't want to spend too much time in this swamp. The challenge is about finding masks. There are 20 spirit masks placed around the swamp. Yellow for Halang, blue for Ula. Quite simply, the tribe that receives their mask first wins immunity. It's a relay, so you don't start until your fellow member is out of the swamp and has placed their mask on the rattan line. Also, there's one other rule. You're not allowed to deliberately impede a member of the other tribe. So in that sense, at least, let's try and keep it clean. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, could you go to your starting positions, please? Drivers ready? Begin. Well done, Sarah. Well done.
Run! Ready? Run! Okay, go. Hang it on that side.
Congratulations, Halang. You already had the 10 masks. You didn't need to go for another one. This belongs to your tribe, Charlotte. Well, bad luck to you. I'll see you at Tribal Council tomorrow night, where one of you will be voted off the island.
Great to have the idol back, don't you think?
Eric Idle.
Back home with us, yeah. We're getting stronger every single challenge we go into. We're better organised, we know each other much better, we know our skills much better. They just didn't look at, they looked as though they hadn't really learned anything.
But
don't lose sight of the fact that we've done all this because we've had to, because we were behind.
Yeah.
And they're going to be in the same position now, so they're going to step it up.
Having lost their immunity, Ula face Tribal Council tomorrow night. Consequently, alliances will need to be re-established, and where better to do so than in private, on the water run.
Can I let you in the secret?
Yeah.
And just see what you say. I mean, I don't know how you'll feel about it, but I'm annoyed because I feel that even Richard take a lot of control about what's going on.
Yeah.
Deciding who's going where and doing what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I approached Jackie because obviously there were the three, the Sarah, Rich and Eve, who are steering our happy little boat at the moment. And there's no way I was going to get in with those three, you know. It's like bullies at school. It's like, you know, please like me, please like me. Oh, still picking on me, God damn it. So I thought, right, take a step back. Go for the weakest and get the weakest and become the strongest.
I think if you don't split the two of them up, we've got real problems.
Do you know what I'd be inclined to do?
What?
That Pete, Mick, you and me
Yeah.
vote Sarah off. That's what I'd be more inclined to do.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll talk to Mick.
I think Jackie has a problem with you, and she has had a problem with me. And if we want to survive as a four, you need someone that you can go and broach difficult subjects with and say, have you got a problem?
I know.
Have I offended you? Oh, yeah. And Jackie won't do that. Maybe it's, you know, one of those female things.
Sarah and Eve changed their mind on who they wanted in what we call the core four. So I was just, you know, not happy with that really. I think if you promise somebody something, then, you know, despite it being a game, then you should stick with what you've said. My objection is to invite somebody in and then just... You think she's so stupid she doesn't know what side of bread's buttered?
But I don't think you can rely on her vote. And for how long is Jackie just going to vote how we tell her to vote?
Yeah. She's not. If you can convince Mick and Pete to vote off Sarah, we're in a 4 there, which we can stick in. And then whoever annoys us most out of Eve and Rich, we can sort of like get rid of next time.
What if I say I speak to Mick and you speak to Pete? Are you good?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll speak to Pete.
I think Zoe's
You know where you stand with her.
Jackie's doing it now for her own survival. Zoe, you know you can rely on her because of what happened in the last round of voting.
I just think, you know, that even there's honour amongst thieves, in fairness.
I think you've got to be cold-hearted about it.
So when do I become expendable?
Jesus Christ, it's my sock! Oh my God! I scared the living poo out of myself again. I thought there was an enormous rat on my leg.
Where's Richard?
He's having a moment to himself.
All the plans are very up and down at the moment, I think. The 2 girls have changed their mind as to who they want voting off, which I think is unfair, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Stick to my guns and stick with Jackie. Where that'll end up, I'll never know. I don't know whether to bother try and form another alliance, but that's just far too dangerous, far too sticky. See what they're saying in the morning, I guess. But, they're as thick as thieves and behave in life as well.
McLean's Complete Care Toothpaste. Sponsor Survivor.
While tribal council may be at the forefront of everyone's mind, even that is overshadowed by one basic, bare essential of survival: food.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to just wash him then.
Yeah, we'll stick him in here.
Hey! So you need a lid.
A lucky trawl in the net this morning. 3 good garfish, a lobster. The lads caught a couple of crabs last night.
I thought mine was all right then.
We'll leave the legs and do the bodies.
We might as well take it all. We've still got to take all the meat out in the first place, haven't we?
I know, but it gives us something to chew on. Pete, seriously, just leave the legs.
Well, I'm just doing... well, if we're all going to... I thought we always said we were all going to have one.
No, we're all going to chew the legs and do
right,
the bodies.
So I'll just take the meat out of this one because we're already started, haven't we? So.
Yeah, but I mean...
So last night, you know, they said they changed their mind and they wanted Zoe as the... Sorry, yeah, Zoe as the 4th person. And I just, like, lost it and said, no, you can't change your mind, you can't do that to people. I sort of had this bit of an argument with them in the campsite. And, like, they were saying, no, you've got to be cold, you've got to be callous about this. And, as far as I was concerned, like I said, look, we've got 4 people, you can control the voting, it's all been friendly, there's been no backstabbing or biting. You just can't do that. I thought I might be good at this because I was quite ruthless at Monopoly, but the game has certainly you know, gone far beyond my expectations of the sort of backstabbing and mind changing.
But they changed their mind this morning?
Well, this morning they've changed their mind now. I was talking to Eve and she said, oh, I've been thinking overnight and I think, you know, that Jackie's probably the person to take along with us, all this sort of stuff. So
the thing is, they're driving it, aren't they? And if we could split them 2 up rather than keep them
they're driving it, and they're not driving it in any cool, calm manner. They're driving it in some sort of I am today, I'm not tomorrow kind of way.
I know where I'm going to vote. And I'll be voting Zoe. And that's how I understand Sarah, Richard and Jackie will all vote. And as for Mick and Pete, I have no idea.
Anybody want to do water with me? Water? Lovely. The local pub.
Yeah.
The hub of the social activity.
I feel very two-faced today. I went up to go and do the water run with Zoe this morning, and she said to me, you know, the trip was uncomfortable because nothing was said about voting.
I'll have to leave my toothbrush somewhere so Pete can have it.
Zoe's taken on almost a defeatist attitude. You know, she said, oh, well, I'll give Pete my toothbrush, and I say, oh, come on, Zoe, you know, a bit of positive attitude.
I'm a realist.
Positive mental attitude. You can't say, oh, don't worry, you know, because you know, I know where I'm going to vote, so I feel like the smiling assassin.
What's the first thing you'll eat when you go? What's the first thing you'll eat when you get home?
When I get home?
Yeah.
I can't be all jolly with someone that I know I'm going to be voting off. I find that very difficult.
I think a very, very, very large pizza.
The person who's been voted off, I'm a bit sad to see her go. But at the end of the day, it is a game, and strategically, I think the person who's going, it's better for my existence on the island further down the line.
This is about playing the game. For the last 2 days, I've been playing the game. I haven't been flexing my pecs or, you know, bench pushing my own body weight. It's just been playing the game. And even if it all goes pear-shaped tonight, I think I've done quite well so far.
It's 6 p.m. and Ula have packed all their belongings to make the trek past the mud volcano to Tribal Council, hoping that, if nothing else, the weather will be kind to them on the hour-long journey for the first time in 3 nights. Welcome, Ula, to Tribal Council. Could you put your torches in the stand and take your seats at Tribal Council? If anybody had told me a few days ago that Ula would be sitting here tonight, I wouldn't have believed them. I'd have been incredulous. So before we vote, let's just see what's happened in the last couple of days. Jackie, is it something the Ula tribe have done, or is it Halang just getting stronger, do you think?
I think they got lucky. It won't happen very often.
Sarah, have things changed in the camp since the defeat? The mood has changed, a bit more tension perhaps?
There's obviously a bit of tension because we have come here and we have to vote somebody off. But we're still very determined that we're a strong tribe and that we can still go and meet Halang and do very well.
Has there been any sort of blame passed around?
No, there's been no blame. No one's to blame for either loss that we've incurred in the last 2 days.
Finally, Zoe, is it an easy or a difficult decision tonight?
Well, I've been thinking about it since yesterday afternoon, about 3 minutes after the game. You know, we've been together nearly 2 weeks, so it's a difficult decision. Obviously, whoever goes, we're you know, close, and so yeah, difficult but inevitable.
It is inevitable. Someone has got to go, so we'll start the voting. And could you start the voting, please?
I'm afraid you and Eve have to be split up. You're far too dangerous together. So this time it's you, I'm afraid, mate.
It's been a really hard decision, and the only thing that gave me a little bit of concern is the fact that you are an actress, and I couldn't be certain that you wouldn't use that skill against me. Bye.
Sarah, it might only be a game, but people still have feelings. I think you're treating people like pawns at the moment. I think you've underestimated the underdog.
You've been a great laugh, but I have to vote somebody off, and I'm thinking of myself and my future on the island.
Sarah, you're the last to vote. I will count the votes. Soon the 7 of Ular must become 6 for one of you. Your life on the island is over. Sarah. Sarah? Zoe? Sarah? Zoe? Sarah? Sarah? Sarah, could you bring your torch to the stand, please? Sarah, as you know, fire represents your life on this island, and your life on this island has come to an end. Could you extinguish your flame, please? The tribe has spoken, Sarah. You must leave. The remaining 6 of you have survived your second tribal council. Could you take your torches, return to your camp, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I really wasn't expecting it. I really thought that I would feel inside that when my time was up.
Sarah, you're a strikingly attractive girl that most red-blooded males would be very happy to be in the company of, but not here.
All this talk of trust at the last tribal council, and wow.
I'm going to vote Sarah off because I believe her and Eve have got a bit of a stronghold on the group, and I think it'll improve my chances if she's gone.
It would be perhaps big-headed of me to believe that I was a threat or they considered me a threat. It's probably because there were things about me that I just didn't see.
I've got one mother, I don't need another one.
And I did say the time that I was going to be voted off, I wouldn't put mud on my face. And I had no desire to put mud on my face or get down dirty, so I guess perhaps deep down I did know.
I want to clear the air because I know you've lied to me. So
Yeah, but that's the nature of the game, though.
do you have a problem with me? I just want to front it up.
No, I haven't got a problem with you.
But you obviously don't think you trust me.
No.
Okay. Thanks for telling me, though.
Okay. And you're next.
On the next episode of Survivor, will the tribe survive the perils of the deep and the dangers of the aerial assault course? And deep down, do they really want to?
I'd rather go home poor and happy and a nice person than be a complete